What's good, family? Hope you're doing good. Let's talk. Let's gist. Let's vibe. Do you know that nothing happens by coincidence? Everything that's happened in your life, from the day you were born till now, you allowed it to happen. What do I mean? Before we came here, we signed contracts. Oh, yes. Every partner you had that you had the relationship with at some point, y'all broke up, there was a contract there. They were meant to teach you a lesson. Look at yourself today. All the relationships you've been in, you learned one or two things from each of the ones that didn't work. And if you're in a relationship that's working right now, that means you're applying the things you learned. That's why it's working. So the idea of life is to grow and to learn. But when you think you've learned it all, because you spent 5 years in a university where they indoctrinate us with a whole bunch of redundant scientific theories, point I'm making is that you need to humble yourself and know you know nothing so you can know more. And even when you know more, still admit you know nothing so you can know more. Because there's never enough. Wisdom don't have end. So when you see people who are very aggressive, that means they're in their root chakra. Don't engage. Stay where you are. Observe. Don't absorb. When you become the observer, you become a whole lot more powerful that way. People don't manipulate you anyhow because you're in control of your mind, because you become a master of self. Exactly. Anybody that claims to be spiritual and you see them fighting their own battles, I'm not talking about engaging in spiritual warfare. I'm talking about you see them going to look for people's trouble, claiming that they have deities that they will use to oppress or destroy things or avenge or fight back. That's a dangerous sign. Why? Because one rule in spirituality is that you have to watch your ego. Now, I'm not saying the ego doesn't play its role in its own way, but what I'm saying is you cannot claim to be spiritual and want to fight your battles yourself when you have ancestors. The goal in spirituality is that you don't have to engage. That's the idea. You give yourself peace by not engaging. When you engage, you reduce yourself to that other person's frequency. Oh yes, I'm not saying you should condone what you don't like. I'm saying simply submit it to your ancestors and keep it pushing. Anybody who says they're spiritual and they always opt for the option of aggression, of anger, of ego, that means they are very emotional. That means they are so sensitive that if you say the wrong thing around them, they might explode. That's not a nice person to be around. So watch who you follow.